Good morning, guys, and listen, welcome to your market report for Monday, August 27th, 2018. I'm really glad to have you guys here, and we're going to get started right away. I hope you guys had a really good weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself all weekend. Now we're getting into the next week, and today's your Monday report, and let's get the charts open and get the charts started right here. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency market capitalizations. We're seeing the Bitcoin market starting to heat up just a little bit. I mean, market cap was under 200 billion, and now it's 218 billion with a Bitcoin dominance of 53.3%. Now listen, for a more comprehensive Bitcoin report, go over to my other channel. I do a report every morning on Bitcoin. It's far more comprehensive on the Delta Report. It's called the Delta Report, and it's easy to find on YouTube. You just type in the Delta Report, hit it, and you'll find me there. Like and subscribe, hit the little notification icon over there, and if you're into cryptocurrency. So I'm going to move fairly quickly through these cryptocurrencies this morning. We're seeing green in the market, basically. IOTA is one of the biggest winners in all this, 14% up today. There's not many coins. Ethereum Classic is down a little bit, so that's probably a coin you might want to look at buying. Any coin that's down. Bitcoin has seen a rise over the past few days, a very slow but very steady rise of price. This could be a bullish signal coming up, but we're going to have to wait and see. Now, let's get on to the silver price today. Silver is moving upwards a little bit this morning, and the reason why is we've got everything to do with the price of the dollar. So we're seeing it tick up just a little bit, but it's awful low still. It's under $15. And a lot of people right now at this point are scared to buy silver. Basically, they're scared to buy it. They're scared it's going to go down to 10 bucks or less. $8. We're even hearing guys out there. The lowest estimate I heard a guy say $4. $4 silver. Quite seriously, I heard that. $4 silver. But this is why people are scared to buy. They're scared they're going to buy in at $14.81, and it's going to go down to $4. And so a lot of people are actually selling into the marketplace, even at these low prices. And it's not really a good thing, you know, because this supports the bankers' efforts to suppress the price, which they've been doing for a very long time. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And I'm going to tell you, I said to you guys, I said I could see it touching 26,000. Well, I'm going to tell you, we're only a hair's breadth away. Later today, it could pass 26,000, 25,975, that close to the mark. I said it could pass 26,000. But here's the thing. This is tied directly into what bond prices are doing, and I'm going to make a prediction in just a couple more minutes about the bond prices. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit in greater detail, and that has a big effect on the stock market. Let's take a look at the crude oil price here right now. 68.82. She's getting up close to that $70 mark. It seems like OPEC wants to keep it between $65 and $70, and they're doing a very effective job of doing that. So I half expect it to go up and touch $70, maybe 71, 72 on sweet light crude, and then they're going to probably knock it back a couple bucks again, back down into the upper 60s. It's almost like a game they're playing, but they're very good at it. They have tremendous money behind them. So now let's talk about bonds and rates here. We're looking at the bond rates starting to creep up again, the bond yields. And here's the thing about this. We had tremendous amount of buyers that moved into this market when the bond yields popped earlier in the year. Tremendous amount of buyers came into the market, and they bought up all these bonds, and they suppressed the yields. Well, I'm going to make a prediction right now. I think right now while we're speaking, I think we're starting to make the turn on these bond yields prices. I think that's what's creating this turn that we're making is I think these buyers of bonds, their pockets in the end are not going to be deep enough to continue to keep these prices, these yields from popping up higher. And I think the yields are going to start to creep up now, albeit slowly. I think the yields are going to start to creep up, and we're going to start to head toward what I predicted to happen earlier, which didn't happen because we had all these buyers move into the bond market. You remember I said that the U.S. 10-year has to peak 3.25% before we're going to get this market crash. Well, the U.S. 10-year is below 3% right now, 2.84. And it has to peak 3.2. That's a magic mark. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have a market crash immediately as soon as the U.S. 10-year hits 3.25%. But it means that we're ready to have our market crash. Now, I'm talking about a big crash in the stock market. I'm talking about a really big crash. You don't hear so many people talking about this big crash now in the stock market, you know. But the reason why is there's a number of things coming together, and the biggest thing is called quantitative tightening. And this is why I see this market crash coming, is the liquidity is being drawn out from underneath the stock market. Even though it's still supporting these high stock market prices, the liquidity is being drawn out of the system. And this was what propped the stock market up to begin with, was quantitative easing 1, quantitative easing 2, quantitative easing 3, Operation Twist. All of these were injectors that injected money into the system. Now, Bitcoin, not long ago, injected a massive amount of money into the system. And all of this supports the stock market. You haul that money out, which is what the Fed's starting to do now. $50 billion a month they're going to be drawing out of the system, drawing liquidity directly out of the system. That's going to have an effect too, and ultimately the effect will, if the Fed continues with that policy, ultimately they will achieve the effect that they're looking for, which is a massive drop in the markets. And as soon as the market drops below 20,000, of course, a lot of fear is going to come in to this. This whole world is going to enter into a economic depression. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. This is what I see in our future. It's been forestalled a little bit. Bitcoin helped forestall it. Can Bitcoin save us from this economic malaise? I'm not so sure, because the Fed is relentless. The Fed is absolutely relentless in their pursuit of economic unhappiness for all of us. I mean, I'm not going to go there right now because we haven't got enough time. Okay, so let's move on to the U.S. dollar index right now. 94.94. She's down just a little bit. She's down 0.20%. Now, you can relate this downturn in the dollar right here to the uptick in the silver price. Take a look at this uptick, right? This little uptick right here in the silver price, you know, on the end of the green. See, the red was yesterday, the blue was the day before yesterday, the green is today. And you see where it went down below 1475, and then it started this uptick. The uptick correlated exactly to the United States dollar's downtick right here. I don't have to really go back and check the charts. I can tell you the time correlated exactly, because one's moving the other. The dollar's downward moves gold and silver upwards. So it basically, that's how it works. Now, the Turkish lira right now. Want to talk about the lira for a minute? On this chart right here, when you see the price go up, which is what we're seeing today, this is how many lira you can buy for a dollar. You can buy 6.19 lira. So the higher this goes, the weaker the lira becomes. So we're starting to see a move upwards in the price of the Turkish lira. This is bad news for the lira, to tell you the truth. So we're going to keep an eye on this, because this could be more news that the turkey is still in trouble and getting deeper in trouble. They had a number of things happen that helped them there last week, but if this lira continues to creep upwards in price, this is bad news for turkey. So listen, thank you guys for listening to this market report. We'll be back tomorrow with another market report. And you guys have a really nice day out there today and enjoy yourselves. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye for now, guys.